part 2 of our What You Cookin' Wednesday. We're going to finish our meal up. We've got our green beans on the stove. Our potatoes are in the oven. Our pork chops have been marinated, and it's time to fry up our pork chops, all right? So I'm actually, I think, going to move y'all because I don't need to have you over there because this is where we're going to be because we're cooking now. We're done prepping. So green beans, you can tell when they're done when they're that dark color. That's the way southern green beans are cooked, you know. They're that nice dark color. And I have turned them down. They are now turned down to low, and they're pretty much done. So we're just going to let those just continue to simmer. And Andrew added some crushed red pepper to those because he likes it when they're a little bit spicy. So I've told y'all we're a spicy eating family. We like things a little on the spicy side. So I've got my skillet here. This is my Pampered Chef Hex Clad skillet. I don't know if Pampered Chef called it Hex Clad or not, but that's what Gordon Ramsay calls it. And anyways, this is Pampered Chef. It's a really great skillet. So I just turned that on to medium, little bit above medium. We'll see how that does. I'm going to grab some olive oil. When you hop on, by the way, say hello. Let me know you're watching. I did not send out a text just because typically I only do like one a day for lives. And so I just didn't want to do another one. And I also left my computer downstairs. And I've got to get going on this because I've got somewhere to be at 6 o'clock. And so I got to get this cooked and eat before I have to leave. All right, so we're going to take our pork chops that we have let marinate. So they've been marinating for about an hour. And I'm just going to take them out of the marinade. And I'm just sitting them on a plate. Just a few of them, just kind of removing some of that excess marinade. And I'm just going to set like 3 of them on a paper plate here. And we're just going to add some seasoning to the surface. Hey, Jeslyn. That sounds great. Okay, so I'm not worrying about trying to remove a lot of the marinade, but just I really kind of want to get that garlic off of there because the garlic could burn and we don't want that. So I'm using Dano's. Andrew loves this stuff. By the way, if you don't follow him on Facebook, he's got some really great recipes on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so I'm just sprinkling Dano's on one side. I'm going to flip them over and we'll put Dano's on the other side. I shouldn't need any salt, hopefully, because there was salt in the marinade. There was soy sauce and salt in the marinade. I do have another bottle of that. All right, so I'm going to, my pan is starting to get warm, so I'm going to add my olive oil. And my potatoes are almost done. I did end up turning the temperature up to 500 on the potatoes. One of the small ones is almost done. The others still felt hard. And so I decided to just go ahead and crank it up to 500 so that they would get done. All right. Y'all, this is very simple. Most of y'all know exactly how to do this. You've probably done it a million times before. Just let my oil get hot. Did I say Andrew on Facebook? Well, I didn't mean that. Andrew's not on Facebook. Well, he's on Facebook, but he doesn't do anything on Facebook. So don't follow him on Facebook. Okay. Put our pork chops in here. All right, I'm going to get 2 more out. 3 more out. Hello, Anna, I'm assuming, on YouTube. Thanks for joining. So again, I'm just taking my pork chops pulling them out, and I'm just rubbing them on the side of the bowl. Just kind of remove some of that excess marinade and garlic. If I can. Oh, that's funny, Jesslyn. Nope, I didn't mean Andrew. I meant Dano's. All right. Let's sprinkle some. Flip it over. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay. There we go. I think I can do 5 at a time. I could probably do more than that, actually. Okay. I hope it's going to be good, Dana. Y'all, my stove is for some reason uneven, and all of the oil wants to go to the back. I don't know why, but it does. Let me grab another plate so I can put the cooked pork chops on there. So he has got Dano's, this one here, it's the original. And it is, it's not got salt in it. Which of course, things still need to have salt. So to me, it's similar to like a Mrs. Dash, but you still got to salt things, in my opinion. Salt brings out the flavor. It's got to have salt. So, but I didn't add salt when I seasoned these because of the marinade. So hopefully I made the right decision. We shall see. So I've got the temp on. So mine goes, the middle, like medium, is a 4. And a high is 8. So mine is on 6 right now. Okay. And let this cook. And the green beans over here, they're chilling. I am going to check on my potatoes though and see if any of them are ready to take out. This one feels not quite. Give them some more time. Not quite ready. I have not heard of that, Jessalyn, actually. The spicy, he does have a spicy version, and it's really good. Looking good. Definitely want the higher temp in order to get a little bit of browning on my pork chops. I think I'm going to flip them here in just a minute. They're starting to, you can see around the edges how they're starting to cook around the edges. You definitely don't want to overcook your pork chops because then they're going to be tough. Hopefully these will not be tough because we use the meat mallet and we tenderize them with the meat mallet and then we let them marinate. You could marinate them for longer. I just didn't have time. I had to let them thaw today and I didn't have time to let them marinate longer. So we marinated for about an hour, I guess. And all right, I think I'm ready to flip. Okay. Y'all, these would be really great on a sandwich. These would be really good on a sandwich. If you have make you a sandwich leftovers. a pork sandwich, pork tenderloin sandwich. That would be really good, wouldn't it? So what's everyone else having for dinner tonight? I'm going to have to look up that seasoning. Y'all, Dano, speaking of Dano's, we're just on him right now, has the best hard-boiled egg recipe. I follow his guideline, and it works very, very well. I've had such an issue with boiling eggs and them actually, the skins, peels coming off, and I've tried so many different things. His recipe, his method rather, works so well. It works so well. Hey, Joellen, I'm so glad you're here. There is a live that I did just about an hour ago. You can go back and you can watch that, and it's got the recipe for the pork chop. We did olive oil, garlic, Dijon mustard, soy sauce, lemon juice, white wine vinegar, honey, and Worcestershire sauce. All right, these are feeling done to me. So I'm going to pull them off. Y'all, I go by feel and by heart. Okay. I haven't been getting my other pork chops ready. I should have been doing that while I was sitting here waiting. All right, so just taking my pork chops out of the marinade, just kind of rubbing some of that marinade off. Should be able to cook the last of them. Looks like I got 4 more. So there were 10 pork chops in this package. Oh, salt and pepper also goes in the marinade. Sandy's having pasta, one of my favorites. Christine says she's coming. Spaghetti. So many people are having spaghetti today. Yes, Fernando. I will show you. Fernanda. I will show you that. Just a second. Let me get these pork chops on. All right. Pull this back on here. And get our pork chops in. All right. And a little bit of Dano's on the back side. Okay. BLTs and sweet potato fries sounds amazing. Love that. That sounds good, Pam. Judy, look up Dano's hard-boiled egg recipe and you will find it. Mississippi pot roast, crock-pot teriyaki chicken. Okay, so green beans. This is what the green beans look like. Let me find you. There you go. That's what the green beans look like. So, as I said, Southern style green beans, you cook the dickens out of them. You just cook the dickens out of them, okay? These are not really cooking right now, though. They're on low, so they're just staying warm. Oh, Jeslyn, I love that. I bet he did. Ooh, haddock sounds great. That sounds good. I love that kind of green bean too, Joellen. I love green beans that have a little bit of crunch to them as well. Love that kind. If I use frozen green beans though, specifically the cut kind, this is the way I cook them, like Southern style. But I do also like the long ones, they're Covert, as they call them, with some garlic and some salt and pepper, and just still like crunchy or love them like that too. Green beans look good. Thank you, Danae. Chili dogs. We had chili dogs the other day. Andrew made chili dogs for us on Saturday. And we had chili dogs. We had chicken. Kroger's got these chicken sausages, and Andrew loves them. And so we had those, and chili, and cheese, and mustard, the way I like it. Yeah, we don't like the canned ones either. I don't mind the canned ones. I grew up on the canned ones. Andrew does not like the canned ones. He prefers fresh, if he's going to eat green beans. But, you know, we don't always have fresh. And so frozen's the closest to fresh that you can get. All right. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Now that I've got less in the pan. And y'all, we basically have dinner ready. I'm going to check on these potatoes. Got one that's ready. Small one. I think that one's ready too. That one's ready. I think they're all ready actually. So I'm just going to leave those in there until we're done. All right. Look at that yumminess. Look at that pork chop. How good does that look? Second bath is always the best because you get more color. Look at that. Yum. Yum. All right. Trick. When you have a pot looks like that, leave it on. Grab some water. Dump some water in. And it'll just get all those bits off, and it just makes it easier to wash. Then you can just dump this down the sink, and you're good to go. I do this all the time when I am cooking, when I've got a pan that looks like that. So now we've got a clean pan-ish. We just have to dump all this out, and you can see how clean that is now. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right, y'all. My dinner's ready. I hope it's good. I hear you, Patty. When I was growing up, we had canned all the time. I don't remember having frozen vegetables. We always used canned vegetables. But yeah, I don't buy hardly any canned vegetables anymore. The only vegetables I buy that are canned are tomatoes, beans, and those aren't vegetables. I think that's it. Artichokes, olives. That's about it. All right. Stainless steel skewers. Interesting. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed this Wednesday's Watcha Cookin. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.